All right, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Vinnie-Dangerous, and I am back with another installment of Dangerous Minds. Today's episode is a special episode. I got my boy. He is an award nominee. He is doing like great things in the community for independent artists like himself and others in the area. Yo, my boy Tre Mars, man, how you doing?
What's up, Vinny? I'm good, man. How are you?
Hey,
Happy.
things go great. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being on the show. Hey, man.
Definitely.
So I know you already on the road because this man stays busy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
we had to do a show right now.
yo, so I'm glad you took out some time to talk to me real quick. Um, so I was gonna get right to it because you're somebody that I've. It's weird, but like before we actually met, I just heard your name like all over the place. Like I've heard you doing tracks with Shame and Ali G, and just other artists. I just had never seen you. That's just kind of how entrenched with the local scene that you are.
Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. So tell me, we get right to the beginning, man. How did everything get started with you? How did you start with music that led you to this point?
Yeah, man. I would say back in 2006 when I was a young kid, I was in like middle school, or I was just getting just probably eighth grade, right? There
Mhm.
was this website called Eminem Web. See, like growing up, I loved Eminem, and so there was this website. Yeah, it was a forum site. And like as a little kid, I was like text battling against people. Like we had a crew, like
Oh
everything.
wow.
And yeah, so we were like text battlers online as little kids, and on this like popular site with like 100,000 members. I posted like 15,000 posts, right, by the end of
Hmm.
it. So that kind of helped me like understand rhyming and lyricism and all of that other stuff before I started even rapping. So I would say probably 2010, leaving high school, I was running a skate company and all of that, but I had started kind of just, ooh, I like music. I like, creating things. So I started
Hmm.
working on small things, like I had I was working on like I had Fruity Loops, back in the day making I started off with little
So I
beats,
started with too, yeah.
for keeping on beat and all of that. So I used to listen to Joey Badass at the time, and I had remade his beat online.
Oh, word.
It's called Killuminati on his 1999 album.
Ah, I love that joint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the beat was originally produced by Knowledge, and the name of the song was
Hmm.
Strawberries. Okay, and so I didn't see this beat online. People were like in his song, like, "Yo, we're the instrumental because this shit dope." Blah blah blah. But people didn't know it was from Knowledge. People didn't
Hmm.
know it was from Knowledge. So what I did was like I put the Knowledge beat into the program, and I re-edited it, and I did all the things to make it sound like the Joey Badass beat because it's really just like a loop, but it's got
Hmm.
like a couple breaks and things in there as well. So I did that, and I put it on YouTube back then. I was the only
Hmm.
one on YouTube with it, and it hit almost like 400,000 streams, right, and listens and downloading, and people be in the comments just rapping. You know how it be.
Yeah.
Um,
In the
so
comments.
that was like I just ended up just rapping after that. Like I used to do little YouTube competitions and stuff against different artists. They had this whole thing back in the day on YouTube where you could have reply to people as like video responses, and you
Hmm.
could make a raps on their beats if they're a producer. They get contest prize possessions. Like I don't know if you heard of King Ice back in the day. It was a
Yeah,
jewelry
yeah.
company. Yeah, so they used to do these contests so you could get like sponsored by King Ice, and so some cool people like I met through that. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty fun. I never got like sponsored by King Ice, but I was always on the competitions.
Hmm.
Um, but after that, I made a couple more songs, and then I met this girl. We dated for a little bit, and she introduced me to this person. And we ended up making a group called 9192.
Hmm.
Right. So that at that point, like I had that was probably 2012, 2013. I had, gotten into rapping. Now I'm putting the lyricism to the beat, and, I'm making a couple songs, like I know where the hook is now. I know where the verse is, And so I did it like that. And after that, we sent each other tracks back like that
Hmm.
same day. And they were both like my track I sent to her. She killed it that day, and then the track she sent to me, I killed it that day because we was like, that's how deep it was in music at that time. We was just
Hmm.
making stuff, So we was both like, yo, this is fire, yo, this is dope. So we ended up just like getting up like the next couple of days, like she was in like Rocky Mountain, whatever. So I pulled up and we ended up making the name there and took pictures on the train track. And it was just from there, it was on, we just locked in,
Yeah.
just started creating. And so I ended up investing like one guy I used to work with my ex at the time. Shout out to Buzzy Millions. He basically was like, I was like, yo, you rap and stuff? He was like, yeah, because he was already performing and stuff at that time. And so I was like, how'd you get into it? He was like, yo, just pawn shop and just go buy you a little USB condenser mic from the pawn shop for like 30, $40, and just get the program rapping, you know. That's how I started it with all of that, right? That was part of it. But ever since then, we kept creating. We made a bunch of albums. Back then I was in college for graphic design work, so I was able to make cover art, and I did interactive media. So there was a studio at the school, so we were able to still kind of learn things before I even got into it. I kind of understood it already. And yeah, we from there, that's 2017. We went to Carolina Music Board and all of that. So it's been a journey, man.
Yeah, because I know you mentioned to me about the Carolina Music Award with you guys, the 91, 92. What was the thought process behind that name? What?
So she was born in 91, I was born in 92.
Dope.
So yeah, just 91, 92. Yeah. That's how we did that. Yeah.
Yo, so what happened to that? Like, what happened to that group? What led you to be a solo artist now?
Well, after we won the award, how sometimes, after you get to a certain point, you don't see eye to eye as much anymore. Things can happen. Just certain things can happen. But you want to hold on to and things like that. That you don't want to let go of. So, we had to let go of those energetic struggles. And we were able to just move on. And I ended up connecting with a band, putting the whole band together at the end of 2017. And
oh wow,
I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna let anything stop me, anything that's disconnecting me. I'm not gonna allow that to take over me and make me feel like I can't do it without this or that. I felt like I could do it on my own. Done so much on my own. Like I had already ran companies, like I was running companies in middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had already understood that. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to just build this on my own. And we started practicing, we locked in. Mind you, like I was already connected because of 91, 92. We had a very nice fan base, like we had a really amazing spots that we would go to perform consistently, weekly. So we were able to keep that. And so I was able to tap into some of those like really talented musicians, that were all dope, that already knew how to play. I didn't have to teach them. I just had to literally just give them the song and give them the beat, and they knew what melody and they knew where to play it, and they just put it together for me and helped me, because I didn't understand how to lead a band at that time. I didn't know, I didn't really understand nothing in terms of being solo, because I just always had a partner to help me. I was always a guy that was in the background. It was kind of difficult for me to just immediately be the forefront, but I just got pushed into it. So after this, we did our first show at Emerge on January 27th of 2018, and it was packed. Like everybody came, my family came, friends, like all my like supported me, just people I ain't seen in forever that went to school with me. Like everybody came. It was a very good night. A lot of crazy stuff happened, like in a fun way, like all my artists park in this parking lot at Emerge that you're not supposed to park in. I didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
And we came out, right? There were 6 cars, there were 6 boots on all 6 cars. So
damn, that sucks.
They're really like, and mind you, like like tow truck people are assholes. Like they don't care.
They don't care.
You don't give me my break or this boot right here. So that's 6 boots, right? And he's like, I ain't taking none of these boots off unless you give me $75 per boot. So like, like we had a good show. Like at that point, like I made like, you know what I mean? It was probably 1,000 to 1,500 just, to say that on that one show, my first show ever, you know? So I was like, man, I got it. I paid all 6, put them all off. I was like, I got all of y'all. and still paid everybody, who performed and everything, and still came out with a decent amount. You know what I'm saying? It was really good because I never knew business like that at the time. I never had did that before. I never put a show together like that, on my own. You know what I mean? Like I've always performed at shows, got invited to shows. We've hosted album release parties and stuff, but putting the production together like that was different. You know what I mean? It was so different. But it was beautiful, whatever happened manifested it. It was beautiful in the end, But yeah, that we just kept the band, and from the end of 2018 all the way beyond, performing at big shows, we were able to sell out the poorhouse. We were able to perform at big festivals, bunch of nice shows just all year. Yeah.
Yo, that's dope, man. Like it's dope that you were able to keep things going and like, kind of throw yourself into it and still had the type of success even after 91, 92 didn't work out. Was that what led to the launch of Vibration?
Yeah, so I had Inside the Vibes the whole time. Inside the Vibes was my media company where we did videos, photography, logos, websites, and stuff like that. So I ended up just basically creating like a DBA, so that everything that was through Inside the Vibes, I had more structure by putting it in Vibration. Like Inside the Vibes has always been this, like, to me, it's been like this company of like infinite things. Like I could put anything in Inside the Vibes, and as long as I'm helping you touch the stars with your potential within it, I offer a lot of different things that I can help you do. So I basically, I've had that, and then at the beginning of this year, I was like, you know what, I want to put this into a more collective style thing, like I have a company, and so I want to offer, something for a collective, like a whole, like a family. I wanted to develop a whole family, a community of talented people that work together and help, build each other up and be successful and make money and bring more people into it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the formation of it. So we started Vibration on June 6th, and I did a release party at Arcade of Thrones, and it was like a rave, and I had like some of my dope people was turned up. Neon Tiger was there too, the artist, Bass Canvas, real talented people. They all came, and I had launched it on the website and everything, but then like later in time, I was like, you know what, we're gonna put this main set of artists together, so we been doing shows and stuff, and I did an event basically like, I'm looking for artists now. I'm trying to, I'm trying to help people out. I want y'all to join the squad, because we have such a beautiful platform. There are so many talented people that come to this platform, So we just want to help out as much as we can with the artists. And we put it together, and now we have 15 artists on the squad, and we have a creative team, we have a production team, we have an accountant, we got a DJ.
Dope.
Like we got many different areas of other committees that we have partnered with, that we're doing things together, so it's a lot that we have now just as us, and we just had a meeting before this. That's why we was like, let's do it at 8:30, because I had a meeting with the creative team about some things that we're about to start. We're about to do workouts, we have a lot of things to help artists, you know what I mean? Because a lot of artists just want to perform, but you got to understand that there's multiple sides to having a great performance as an artist, so to help break down all of those particular pieces as an artist, to show you, each one, so that when you come back together, like you're full and you're complete, so that's our biggest thing with Vibration right now. It's identity.
Yo, that's dope. Is that part of it? I know you guys have the open mic, the Touch the Mic platform that you do at Arcade of Thrones. Is that a part of the kind of like helping the artists kind of grow and get their stuff together with the performances, putting those showcases together every week?
Yeah, so Inside the Vibes is the hub, right? So Inside the Vibes, Family First organization, which was created by my business partner, Mr. Carolina Hip Hop.
Yo, shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to him. Legend.
The one that developed Touch the Mic like years, like probably like, I don't know, a year or two ago, and I came in on it because I seen it. It was such a beautiful idea, and I knew like if I put a little more like seasoning on it, it's already seasoned good, a little extra seasoning, but bring it to a higher level because we all in it together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So vibration is basically kind of like a outsourcing thing that is linked in now, you know. So
Okay.
if have artists that's they're performing for Touch the Mic for Inside the Vibes Family First organization at Arcade of Thrones, they're performing, but if like they're interested in studio time, I'm like, yo, we got 4 studios upstairs, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
these companies, including Vibration and Vibe Artist Studio, are one of those studio companies that you can tap in with, so we've got
Mm-hmm.
multiple, we've got MDMA, shout out to Smithy, we've got the Lab, shout out to Storm and Studio B, like BSC Memphis, shout out to all of them as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we offer that. Vibration is just an artist and brand development company. We're not a label, we're a collective.
Mm-hmm.
So we help our artists, we build our artists, and we help them, on the business side. You know what I'm saying? So that is why it benefits Touch the Mic, because not only are you coming to perform, you're also able to tap into multiple services that are offered at these events every week.
Mm. Yo, the synergy is dope with everything, the way that everything connects. And then it's definitely a platform that a lot of artists, could benefit from. So, anybody watching this, you're up and coming artist, make sure you shout out Tre, give a shout out to Tre Mars, and make sure you take advantage of all of the platforms that you guys are putting together, man. Like so back to you as far as with your music and everything. How would you describe your sound, like as an artist yourself?
Mm-hmm. I love lo-fi music, I'm tapped into the neo soul,
Mm-hmm.
I love the old school hip hop, I love lyrical stuff, I'm inspired by like Big L, like of course old school Eminem, like Slim Shady LP Infinite album,
Mm-hmm.
Big, even the Biggie, Jay Nas, that era to me was one of my favorite eras, just
Yeah,
because like,
same.
it was about the flow. It was about how you worked your words on the beat. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to lie. Like even in the new school era, like there are plenty of artists that have still been implementing, techniques. You know what I mean? To use it in the now. They've still kept that, and that's why like I still am influenced by what's going on today. Like I've even been tapped into your newer like drill, all of that, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like and making drill music, I don't know, like I'm just now trying to understand a different area of myself, where I come from is, conscious, lyrical, that neo soul, like the jazzy flow, I love to work my words onto it, you know what I mean? Like I
Mm-hmm.
want to know what I'm saying, and I also can harmonize it, so I wanted that, but I was like, you know what? Now, like, let me tap into a new era of what's going on right now. Let me
Mm-hmm.
see like different variations of music, even like mumble rap, even if you utilize mumble rap but actually used words like that was like,
Yeah.
like this shit would be dope. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that I'm tapping into for myself, so that even when I come back to my original, like, lo-fi old school 90s boom bap Jay Dilla style beats that I love
Mm-hmm.
rapping all the time, I still can bring that difference of what's going on now compared to me just being like a 90s rapper. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's why I'm inspired by such a big picture now.
As though a lot of people, especially with, kind of like in our sphere, as far as like trying to do lyrical, positive music, a lot of people don't understand, the other side of it with other artists that may be on a different spectrum with like
Mhm.
drill, like mumble rap. But it's dope that you're able to still understand like what makes those things work and like kind of see the positives in those, even if it's not necessarily what you do, and even take elements of it to enhance your style. Uh,
Mhm.
so I will ask you, I guess, like a controversial question. I like to throw one of those in every once in a while. So, what
Mhm.
would be the one thing about how things like current hip hop, how things are right now? What would be one thing that just kind of bugs you that you wish would stop?
Damn, that's a really good question. I think one thing that bugs me is the judgment that's put on the artists,
Mm,
for how they do create their craft. I think the generation is so different now that you really like, there's no limit to what you can do on a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So many different people are trying so many different things. I will say what bugs me is when it's trash and that shit whack. And it's like, it's like, come on, bro. Why would you even try that, bro? Like,
Yeah.
Of course that exists, but like, even still, like, even me, like, I mean, it might just be because I have a platform and I'm booking like up to 40 artists a week, in a couple of days for this event. I just have so many different artists that come now that I have really opened myself unconditionally to just supporting them in their craft and whatever it is, just, still cheer them on and still give them that support because I know they have potential in what it is they're doing, But of course, like, it's like, at this point, it's like, yo, just support him, let him be him, and then give him his advice, rather than just like pushing him to the side because you don't like what he's doing. Still give him the love that he deserves, bring him into the union and, give him that love and just tell him things that he can do to be better. Show him a different flow. I'm a type of person now, if I see something, I'm like, yo, like, you should come up to the studio. Like, what day you free? We could sit down for like an hour and I could show you something. Like, I actually offer rhythm and flow classes. Like
dope.
She offers vocal training and performance training. Like, we can sit down with you and we can help you, be a better artist. You know what I mean? Like, I've performed enough, I won't say I'm perfect on stage, but I at least understand these things. My fiance's in professional theater, she's a professional actor.
Nice.
So she understands stage work and all of those different things and how you could project yourself better to an audience. So, it's just cool to have all of that, and that's why I'm different in terms of that. And that's why it bugs me to see people push other people away based on their perception of them and things like that. It's really it's the politics, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, that I try to stay away from as much as possible. When you see me, you love me, and it's when you're not around me. That's all I want. Like, I'm not out here trying to hate nobody. I just want to work with people, and if it don't work out, it just don't work out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not out here to bash and show negativity. I just want to bring everything more together. That's my option, my only option.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that too, because a lot of people, it's funny because it's kind of like that generational thing where like our parents or the generation before us hated on what we doing now. And we know how that feels, but then, as we get older and we think that this is how this is supposed to be, a lot of people kind of miss that. And now they're the older ones hating on the new generation coming up. So that, coming together and having that understanding and not tearing each other down and judging each other, that's something definitely positive that needs to be put out there more, especially if we're all trying to understand one another and come together with this thing.
Right. There's always something that one person can learn from another person.
Exactly.
No matter how big you are, you can always connect with somebody's energy somewhere.
And it's dope that you're willing to help too. Like, there's a lot of, you can see where there's improvements that need to be done. Instead of bashing them, you're willing, like, hey, come up to the studio. We offer these classes, we offer these services that can help you get past that, get over that hump, and you improve yourself as an artist. So that's dope, man. Well, man, I appreciate you coming out, taking some time out and talking with me today and joining the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna tap in with you soon for, because I know, just like you said, you can learn from anybody, and I feel like there's a lot I can learn from you.
Vice versa.
Yeah, man. Much success to you guys. Any last words you want to leave with the people before we sign off?
I want to give a shout out to everybody that is supporting the movement. Everybody that comes to the arcade every Thursday. All the people that are doing something right now, keep going. If you need my services, I got a lot to offer you. Like, and it don't be expensive. I'm just telling you, like, I do a lot for love, because I love seeing people grow. Feel free to come through. My website is vibration.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Tre Mars, that's Tre.Mars. You can definitely come hit me up, man. Like, we do stuff every day. It's the only thing I do now, and I'm very happy to be my own boss and to be free and doing what I love to do and getting paid for it and helping other people get paid for doing what they love to do. So yeah, thank you.
Dope. And I'll definitely make sure when it's going on YouTube, I'll put all the links to everything in the bio. So make sure y'all go to the bio and y'all check out all of the sites. Make sure you follow my man's, follow his businesses, and come out to the Arcade of Thrones every Thursday. But until next time, it's been your boy Vinnie-Dangerous. This has been Dangerous Minds, Tre Mars. Until next time, much love.
Peace. Salute.
Cut that bitch off! Cut that bitch off! Cut that!